Hey everybody, it's Lewis Porter Jr. Just getting some stuff together because it is Thursday. That's right, Thursday, October 6th. We are still, I guess, under hurricane watch here. So if you've been interested to find out, oops, hit the mic, sorry. If you're interested to find out what's going on, it's still basically the same. Let's actually I'll give you a live update. Currently, the storm is still a Category 4. But it looks like it is going to miss us directly in South Florida. It looks like it's doing more of a odd zigzag thing is the best way to describe it. Yeah, it's like right near Freeport, Bahamas, which is like 90 to 100 miles away from us directly. So, it's a Category 4, but it's gonna miss us in the sense of it. So most likely, it'll be not an issue. We don't know if it's going to curve back, but it's not going to be a big issue. So I probably will have to go to work tomorrow. Boo! But we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Thomas, what's going on? So today I decided, since I was going to do some other stuff, I was like, oh, maybe I'll do like video game trailers. I was like, I don't feel like doing that today. So I said, you know what? When I do something that I really enjoy and really think is very cool, and I think a lot of people would find interesting and useful. So I'm like, hey, why don't I talk about artists? Because always, I talk about artists, it's always serious and very important. But it's very, very, very serious. Boom, that's something else. Checking my email, of course, while I'm doing this. Yeah, no duck and cover, Scott. It's more like just sit around and just wait for it. Nothing really happened. Yeah, Thomas. It looks like it's going to it might even, hit you guys straight on. But, it's one of those. For us, it's been kind of like a kind of semi-bad day. Not even like a lot of rain, just like, enough to go, boring. So that's where we are with that. So that's that. So today I thought we'd talk about how many artists did I pick? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 artists that I've used. I'm going to put them in the thread as I talk about them because I want you to see who I'm talking about, and you can get a good view of their artwork, their style, why I pick them, and stuff like that. So this is going to be one of those kind of cool moment-to-moment threads, as I would say. So first off, we're going to talk about an artist I've used a lot for a lot of times. Alex has done a ton of work for me, like a ridiculous amount of work. So if you're a big fan of some of the stuff you've seen in my stuff, you can check out his page. Let's click on it right now so I can give you some good examples. Alex Garcia. His last name is very long and very Spanish, and I always mispronounce it. If you click on the link, it goes to his DeviantArt page, so you can see his information, his blog post page, and if you want to get in contact with him, I cannot suggest enough how good of an artist he is. Actually, the first picture and the last picture on the front page of his newest deviations they're actually from Neo Exodus. One being the Destroyer. He did the updated drawing of the Destroyer that another artist, who actually is on this list, did the original piece of art for. And our new courier dragon from our whole Psychic and Psionic book that just came out today. So he did a little of that stuff. Let me look at his gallery. Also, if you want to see something kind of cool and interesting, if you look on his gallery page, or if you click on still the same page, his water demon image actually was the prototype image developed for our Protean scribe. Initially, we were going to do it. I didn't think it had the right pose, so we kind of went back to the drawing board. But he did something kind of cool. He repurposed the drawing for himself and made this piece, you see. If you go to his gallery page, you'll see a couple pieces that are directly mine. The Destroyer, that's one of mine. Dragon, the Prism Dragon is also one of mine. The Alchemist is one of mine. The Ranger is one of mine. Calligrapher is one of mine. Cork is one of mine. Those are also some other people. That's Altera's stuff, I think. The Apocalypse Dragon at the bottom is mine. The Infinity Dragon on the bottom is mine. Charge is one of the pictures. The Man Scorpion is one of mine. The Cavian is one of mine. The Android is one of mine. A lot of the stuff that I'm talking about, that I'm mentioning, is from Neo Exodus, or specifically out of the main book. And if you turn the page, the Half Giant, the Apothecary is mine. The Half Giant is mine. The Rejected Design is mine, and I think we did something with it anyway, which is kind of funny. We picked it up. It's something that he did or something else. I bought it from him. I thought it was a much better piece. The Gevitt is mine. It's really a tiefling. We called it there. Hey, Jeff, what's going on? The commission work piece is Nine Sun and Nuka. The cover on the corner is a piece that we're supposed to do that never ever got out of development, but we own it, so we can use it one day. The Rhino kilt is mine. It's our Kalathon from Pirates of the Bronze Sky. Grigori is one of ours. Cassandra is one of ours. Baltazar is one of ours. Tentacles on the other end, that's one of ours. The Clockwork Robot is actually one of ours. That's for our Obsidian Apocalypse. And Frankenstein Woman, another one from Obsidian Apocalypse. And that's all I'm going to go. I'm just go 2 pages in so you guys get a good view of his work. Well, I can go further. I mean, we're just talking about art. But I don't want to exit. There's a lot of art we got to talk about. But you can look at, okay, if you go to his 3rd page, you see some headshots that are actually from New Exodus. And you can see a lot of different stuff. I'm a big fan of Alex's art. I have been since I saw it. He's been working with me a very, very long time, at least a couple of years. Hey, Rick, what's going on? So, like I said, I really liked his work from the first time I saw it, and I was just like, hey, this guy's a cool guy. He's out of Argentina. No, Spain. He's out of Spain, actually. He's out of Spain. I'm sorry. Yeah, like I said, we communicated back and forth for years, and getting information. And, he's a good artist. So he's a guy I would suggest. He used to have his rates on here, but I think he's taking them down. I know he's changed his rates a little bit. He's very reasonable, very reasonable. I think, for the work he does and the quality it is, it's very, very reasonable, very, very good. If you look through his entire gallery, you'll see a lot more pieces that you've seen from my stuff, and you'll see a lot of different levels of his skill. So you can see like some earlier stuff that's a little more rough, and it's more developed stuff over time. So it's one of those kind of things. It's just, I think people will find enjoyable. So yeah. And Alex is a good guy. I can't say enough nice things about him. So that's basically it for that one. So boom. Next, actually, I gotta jump back and forth. We're gonna talk about Angel's work. Oop, I gotta put it actually the link here. Jeez, it's very difficult to put the link in here. I gotta go to the link for myself. Gotta look at it. I don't stuff going on here. Dude, just go to the link. Why did this thing not go to the link? Boom. Angel Alonso has done some work for me. He's also in Spain. You'll notice a lot of the artists I use are overseas. I deal with a lot of overseas guys. I see some artwork I like and I'm a big fan of. So if you're on his main page from the link I just sent, you'll see the first 2 sets of dragon heads are actually the ones from our newest dragon book we just released. He also did all the headshots for our previous dragon we did that Jeff Lee, who's currently online, actually wrote for. So this is the artwork came from. I didn't have to give him a lot of instruction. He kind of knew from the previous work what I was looking for, and Jeff did a really great description, and he just basically went to town. So that was kind of a cool thing. Let's look at his gallery page. Yeah, oh God. If you look at his gallery page, a lot of the art on this gallery page is also, my artwork, which is so weird. It's so much artwork. Okay, so the Psychic Dragons, that's ours. The Sonic Dragons, that's ours. The Pulsar Process, that's the one he actually did a gift, so you can see how he did that painting. That's ours. Still the Dragons is ours. Hey, Pop, what's going on? Conflict Dragons are ours. The character portraits, all 3 sets of them are all ours. The Artillerists is ours. The Peacekeepers are ours. The High Guards are ours. And I think that's it for this page. Yeah, that's everything on this page. Let me go to the next. The next page, let's see anything of ours. No, it's actually just other people's work. And let me check the 3rd one just in case, because I can't remember. Nope. So yeah, so the first pages are most of our work. I can't remember how I found him. I really can't anymore. It happens sometimes. I'm an old man. So I found Angel. Either he wrote me or I wrote him or something. And I think one of the earliest pieces he did for me was the High Guard. The High Guard, which I really love. It's one of my favorite pieces. It's a very cool piece. It's also in the New Exodus book. I thought this came across really, really well. All the character portraits you see are all of them? Yeah, all of them are in the New Exodus book. Wow, that's a lot of pieces. It's funny when you don't, I've done so much of this book, I can't even remember anymore how many pieces of art we've done. So yeah, all those pieces of art you saw, headshots, are all in the book. So yeah, so a lot of great art. I think he's a great monster flair, as I call it, that I think worked very, very well. So that's why we hired him. And the Dragon book just really, we initially tried with another artist, and it just didn't come out right. And then we pitched it back to Angel. And Angel just really went to town with these. I mean, they fit very, very well with the work you just saw previously of Alex, who did the other dragons. So yeah, Alex and Angel basically did all the work for those books. It's pretty amazing. So it's a lot of good pieces you can check out. Another reasonably priced person, relatively quick. Standard what I expected. Good time frame, very communicative. So it was a win-win. I appreciate that. I said he was from Spain. Oh, someone else, one of our other artists, Mr. Blondes is on. So it's a nice little piece to person check out. You can check out his link here. He's got a link directly for his email and for his website to check out stuff. If you didn't know, he also has a master's degree in digital art, which I thought was very interesting because, you know, kind of interesting to see what kind of cool art things they're doing. Yeah, it's cool. It's lots of cool art out there. It's lots of cool art. That's what I'm about. The next person is actually an individual who's been working with me for an incredibly long time. I'm thinking in my head how long it's been. We've worked together and stuff like that. And Anthony has probably been working with me. God, I don't even remember anymore. It's actually been a really long time when I'm thinking about it. Probably 10 years. Did I say that's the same thing twice? No, I did. Probably at least. I just copied and pasted over something stupid. I'm thinking maybe 10 years we've done work together. I'm surprised it's been that long, but it sounds about right. I think Courier, I always mispronounce his last name. It's French-Canadian out of Canada, of course. If you look, you can see his main picture on his page and the link I just put up there. But to find our stuff, you have to probably look a little further back since, actually, we've been working with him so long. Let me start with number 6 on his pages so I can show you my stuff. Yeah, boom, right off the bat. So I originally found Anthony through another artist friend of ours who was doing work, Scorched Earth, who did a lot of D20 modern stuff. And Anthony kind of got found that way. And Anthony was doing a lot of like modern stuff that was doing just kind of cool art. And he fit really well. And it was a cool thing to do. And I really dug it. So I said, oh, okay, let me see some artwork he did. And if you look on page 6 of his gallery, if you look at the gallery, you can just go to the gallery pages. There's 2 nights together. That's like the 2 first pieces he did for us. Actually, the one on the left, that night on the left was the first piece he ever did for us, which was we said, hey, I need a knight in armor, kind of like this, and boom, let you go. And he went and did that. And the Scottish Rhino, of course, with the whole kilt-wearing rhino thing, he's one of the few people who actually started that idea. When I pitched it, I told him I want to do a 4-armed rhino that's Scottish and put a big cannon on his back, and really that's what came out of it. And Anthony, we worked on a lot of projects together. And the third one that says the samurai and the weird, it's probably critter, yeah, right, weird critter. That's another piece actually for New Exodus. Let me check page 5. So I'll probably find some of his modern stuff he did. Actually, no, he's got all his video game stuff. Oh yeah, Anthony also did a lot of video game work for companies in Canada, so he's done a lot of work like that. If you turn to page 5, the one that says Spider Ruins, that's actually a piece that was from our what was it called? Sideshow Adventure Weekly. Yes, woo, that was a pull one out. That was from Sideshow Adventure Weekly. We did the zombies picture. That's another one he did on page 5. He did for another cover for also another Sideshow Adventure Weekly series that we did. All the rest of the stuff I know is his video game stuff. A lot of video game stuff he's done. Let me just scoot through here really quick so you can see some stuff. And this is all of his more modern stuff. We're talking this. Most of the stuff you see in here is from probably like 2007 on. He even had some earlier stuff that he didn't put up, which I think is amazing. But you can see you can obviously see his art change over time when you look at his pictures. Yeah, there's a lot of, like I said, Anthony was around. We were working together for a very, very long time. And then he got video game work. And as always, you get video game work, you go off and make that good money doing video game work. So he had less and less time to do stuff for us directly. But, we've always been in good contact. He's a good guy. So, I promote him any chance he gets. Oh, if you don't know, he also sells his stock art under Shaman Stock Art. So if you bought any Shaman Stock Art from RPG Now or Drive-Thru, you're buying Anthony's material. So, yeah, I mean, Anthony's another cool guy you should get in touch with. He knows what good art should look like. He knows how to make it good. It's it's good artwork. It's just good all the way around. So yeah, I just if I was you and you don't use him, I would use him. I think he's excellent. Next up is actually an artist I've not worked with, but I'm a huge fan of, and I've seen a lot of his work for a very, very long time. I actually think he's local to South Florida. I'm not sure 100% by that, but I know he goes to MegaCon, which is a big convention up in Orlando, all the time. And I know a lot of people have seen him, and a lot of people have done stuff. Friend of ours, Jim Zub, worked with him when he was working on Skull Kickers. He's one of the first guys to do art for Skull Kickers. And I think that's where I kind of found his art initially. Christopher Stevens is an amazing artist. If you go to the page, just look at his work. It's just all of it's stunning and beautiful. I'm a huge fan of his stuff. I want to get a personal piece for myself, not even like work related, something for my own personal collection. He does really amazing work. Like, look at this Captain America in action. I mean, I love that picture. It's a simple Cap pose. He's running. The T is like, he's very good at just putting a lot of energy in his pose. So I just think, he's really good at that. If you look at his gallery, I mean, really, if you look at really any part of his gallery, let's go back to page 25, because he's been doing it that long. You can see a lot of his development. The earlier stuff is still kind of rough, but still solid. I mean, look at the Wolverine sketch. It's just black and white and ink, and that's there. I also think, oh, that's right. He also did some work for Exalted, where he did, actually, if you look on the left-hand side, you're going to see, I think it says Exalted Illustrations. So look at that, since we're all looking at gaming-related stuff, so you can see a lot of his work. So if you are a fan of Exalted or played Exalted or involved with Exalted, you can see a lot of his stuff specifically in the game and in the comic book. I think they did. He also did a little work on that too. He's well known for doing a lot of different stuff. Actually, right now I'm looking on the comic book work stuff. Or actually, the second page on his Exalted one. Just a lot of beautiful artwork here. Just a lot of good stuff to look at and get inspired by. I like looking at art, so it's just kind of cool. And Christopher has this really great style. I know that he worked for, like I said, he worked for Jim Zub for a while on Skull Kicker. Something happened in that. No one really knows exactly what it is. I wish I'd find out, because I wish he would do more work. I don't know if he's doing more work even in the industry, but I know he does. You can see his great work. Looking through his portfolio, any page you go to, you're going to see high quality material. So it's just cool stuff to see. And what makes it awesome, that I think is a big thing, he does great black and white work and and shaded work. And his line art is amazing. His line art is just solidly amazing. Like, wow, this is how line art should look like. It's awesome. But then you see the shading on it, looks really good. And then you put the color on top of that. It's just amazing. Just amazing. Like, here's some stuff that always blows my mind. If you look on page 21, here's two covers he did for Mutants and Masterminds, the Mastermind Manual and the Ultimate Powers Powers book, which it's awesome. It looks like a comic cover, and it looks great, and it is great because it looks like a comic cover. So I look at it. I just think he knows how to do great work, and then you can see the black and whites next to him too, which is really kind of cool. So I don't like I said, I don't know if he's still working in the industry. I'd like to think he is, but I don't know for sure. So you have to dig into it. And if you look at his more modern work, like the first one, you can see he's got kind of more of a sketchier, more comic book, like kind of more less digital but more professional pencil look to it. And I think he's gotten really good on that. And you can see all the great work he's doing in black and white and stuff like that. And it's just just awesome artwork. Just awesome artwork. It's good stuff. I love good art, so that was going to be happening. So not really a surprise. Next up is another artist who I've never met personally, but once again, it's somebody I saw, whose work I saw, and it was like, oh yeah, this art is excellent. I'd love to see more of this stuff. That's like 90% of it too, but you have to look through all these artists to find like the guys that are really good and you want to use. Heuk Endicott. Let me click on this. Heuk has done some work for Paizo, and he's also out of Canada, and Fantasy Illustrated. You can find his stuff on Facebook, and I liked him finally officially today. But if you look at his first 4 pictures he has up there, like the first one, boom, Pathfinder. Well, we all know Pathfinder, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen that picture before. You're like, oh, cool, these are some great cool pieces, and they are. These are awesome pieces. I just love the way it looks. I think he really does character design really well. So it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. The dervish that he did looks great. I think that is a very, very, very cool image. That's what you do. You do cool stuff like that. People should look at me like, wow, what's that? How'd you do that? I think he comes across very much like that. Let's take a look at his gallery. If you look at his first page, he only has 2 pages, which makes it even easier. A lot of Pathfinder stuff, relatively speaking. He's got Pathfinder Horror Adventures. There's 5 good pictures in there. I remember seeing those 5 pictures. I remember the Alchemist Mite was one of my favorites. I was like, oh, I like that picture. So that was one of those that came up that I thought, hey, good artist. I wonder who it is. did some more research, found out who it was, and here we go. And you can tell, since I guess I'll go back to page 1. I jumped ahead. If you look at his artwork, his character design stuff is really cool, but look at his like half page or full page images, which I'm guessing they're half pages, because they look like half pages. Look at the artwork. Look at the detail. Look at the lighting. I mean, he really does it very well. And like I said, I haven't worked on it. There's one called Dead End is a prime example. You look at this Dead End one. It's great. I mean, the lighting in it is awesome. The reflection in the mirror is even cool. It's, you know, it's like, that's a piece you could put up right now. Boom. People would see it in a book and be like, oh my God, what's that? So I am all for that. I think as an artist, he really understands how to do some cool stuff. I'm assuming that he works probably for a video game company because his art is so talented, and he's out of Canada. That's very common if you find in Canada. On a second page, like Turning Point, real simple, but a cool piece. It's a really simple drawing, but the piece is awesome. Awesome. So there you go. I mean, like I said, he's got kind of a cartoon style, but definitely a lot of photo manipulation on top of that. Definitely awesome drawing skills, but the Photoshop work on top is even what makes it better. I think you can do one or the other, or you can do both really well. I think he does both really well. There's a picture of one. It's for Magic the Gathering Angel. I think this is fan art he did. Just look at that piece. When you look at that piece, look at the wings that are near you. See how blurry they are, that they should be, and the ones, it's just, you know, there's a guy who knows what to do with art. So yeah, it's a great piece. Awesome stuff. I love good artwork. Can't say enough good things about good artwork. Next up is a gentleman who's only done one piece of work for me, I think so far, but I know I'm going to be doing some more stuff with him. I know that it's been more of a time issue, let alone a quality issue. I've been actually just trying to find something that I think would be perfect with. It's William OBrien. He did a piece that I really, really love for New Exodus. On the main page, you'll see it. It's the Cleric of Kaga. I really gave him a lot of freeway on this one, and he overdid it really. I think he really did a great job. I'm like, wow, I really, I can't lie, he did a great job. I thought it was great. I think he just proved how good of an artist he was. So, and I'd seen him. I saw stuff initially through Paizo. So, just more awesome art to look at. Just great stuff. And you look at his, Pathfinder Milani. That's a great piece. Look at it. Wings. It looks great. And the Ashran, am I saying right? Ad Rush Cat. Oh God, I hate horrible pronunciation skills right there. So yes, the lovely dragon is skeletal. That's all I'm gonna do. I mean, look at that. Look at that piece. Look what's going on in the middle of that chest. It's a heart, but that doesn't look right. That is, I mean, like, oh my God, it's a great piece. It's another great piece. And then when you look at his gallery, you can find a lot of work he's done for Pathfinder, just on character design, which apparently I think he does very, very well. So if you're smart and you're looking for a good character design guy, I would definitely get in contact with this guy, because I know for myself, he did great work. He's efficient and reasonably priced. And you go through most of his stuff is just character design work. And that in itself is tough work. If you're good at it, you're good at it. If you're not, you're really not. And, this guy's very, very good at it. He's got some really good style. He's been practicing very much, and it comes across very well. So, like I said, if for character designs, I would definitely say get in touch with him. I think you're going to find some awesome work, and you're going to be very, very happy of what you get. Just another solid person doing great work. That's the cool thing, man. When you find a good artist, you don't have to say much. People can see the qualities. You can see how the good stuff is. His contact information is here. Yeah, I got in touch with him. How did I get in touch with him? Yes, contact information is a little further down. Yeah, he has a Defolio page, so you can see the link. I got in touch with him. So if you see him, you should say, "Hey, I saw your stuff here. Could you tell me if you're interested in doing work?" So just a thought. Just reach out if you're interested. I think it'd be healthy for you, and you'll be very, very healthy just enjoying that. The last person I'm going to talk about. This is one of those kind of sad stories, and this is one of those sad stories. You'll get it. Why it's so sad. The person that I was working with, we worked together for a long time, relatively speaking, and he did a lot of great work. And then something happened, and I'll tell you what happened, and it broke my heart when I found out it happened. The person I'm talking about is Yama Ors. Yama did a lot of work for me, a lot of work in the beginning. I mean, a lot of work. I was amazed how much work he did for me. If you look at the portfolio, look at the first page, you'll see, I'm sure some people have seen his art before. He's been doing a lot of art for other guys too. Just a great artist, point blank. Let's look in his gallery so I can show you a lot of the pieces that he did for me, because we were at the beginning. So go to page 6. Let's jump on that. The Primidian, that's in the corner on page 6. That's one of the first pieces he did for us. That piece I loved, and I was like, ooh, this piece is awesome. And then on page 5, the Augur is ours. The Necrostruct 1 and 2. The OE3 is actually one of our drawings. And then he got into doing some more stuff from other people. The Fells 5 one he did. I think that was just the independent one he did. And then on top, you see a lot of the independent, character designs he did. He did these character designs. I don't even know who he did these for. I don't even know if these ever came out in books. I was always like, it's one of those things that was like, I always wondered who he did those for. I never saw them. I never saw them in print, so I never knew. If you go to page 4, you'll see like character portraits. All the headshot character portraits and stuff he did for our Adventure Path Iconics line. So when we were doing that, we were looking for headshots. He did, all these headshots for us that were awesomely done. I was always impressed by that. And then he did a couple pieces. The pieces you see on the bottom say Pathfinder 1 and Pathfinder 2. This is why I'm upset and he doesn't work with it anymore. These are the pieces he used to get a job working for Paizo doing freelance. And I think Paizo saw them on my stuff too. Like, wow, this guy's really good, which he was. I mean, amazing guy. Great artwork. And see, actually, let's go. Let me check one more page before I jump in the other page I was going to check on. He does a lot of cool stuff. It's just really interesting stuff. If you look on the left-hand side, you'll see character design. Click on that folder. You'll see a lot of his older stuff. Oh, is my stuff in here? No, it's just more of his new stuff. He also did our Patan for New Exodus. That's a great piece. If you check out the character 3 one that's on the bottom of the character design, I mean, look at these characters. Look at these characters. They jump off the page. And when I saw his artwork and I happened to find him, I forgot. I was searching for artwork. And I was like, hey, this guy's kind of cool. And then I reached out to him and I said, hey, this is what I'm looking to do. Here's your stuff. And he did. I can't say anything bad about it. We did a ton of artwork together, and he did a lot of great stuff. Out of Uruguay, his information is also down on the right-hand side. If you also look below under his deviations, you'll see Pathfinder 1, and then you'll see random from featured. You'll see a couple pieces he actually did for Pathfinder, like the Captain Paracontis Voria. I guess Voria. She is one of the ones that's actually out of the back cover. Because I remember when I saw it, I was like, oh no. Because I knew he's a design style I know very well. So when I saw it, I was like, oh no, Paizo's got him. I probably will never be able to afford him again. And that's what happened. His prices, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what I paid. I'll just tell you this much. When I came back to work with him after he started working for Paizo, he said, okay, here are my new rates. And I gave him the new rates. I'm like, dude, your rates have gone up 400%. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm getting. And I'm like, well, hey, thanks. I appreciate that. I will not be able to afford that. I wish you good luck. I was like, I can't. But, I'm upset because I think he's a good artist. I think he was a solid artist. I want to do more stuff with him. I thought he would have been a great guy to do more with. I think his art's only gotten better. But, a 400% increase in price, I don't care what you say. That's a hell of an increase. So that's kind of how we fell apart with that. And it's kind of sad, but it happens. It happens. This is the business. It happens. Yeah, Jacob, 400%. Yeah, it was insanity, but, that's what he wanted, and that's what he's getting. You can look at it this way. If you know what Paizo pays, I was paying him 1/4 of that. So either I was getting a great deal or Paizo was getting ripped off. You got to figure out which way for that. But, I mean, hey, man, I'm happy. I'm happy with the work he did. I'm very thankful for the work he did. So, boom, like I said, I'm good. I'm good. That's why I promote him. It's good stuff. You know me. I like the good art. I like the good stuff. And there's some more new stuff. Like these headshots. I've never seen these headshots before. Oh, he did some headshots from you. Of course, we know Game of Thrones. So it's like there's always cool stuff. Always cool stuff. So there you go. I think that's it. That is it. That's the last guy. So yeah. So that's what Thursday is. Since we had no rain, and I decided I'm gonna do this real quick, and I'm still waiting up to hear for some stuff from work I got to deal with. Not like 10:30 hearing about crazy work. Yeah. So that's all that's going on. As always, we've got Infinite Dungeon coming out. I did some picture work on the Patreon page. I'll be putting the link in, of course, on the bottom for YouTube and on top for Facebook. So yeah, that's really going on. I'll have a link, and that's moving along. I still gotta get some stuff together and get ready for that the first month, which is next month, where we're going to be releasing and putting stuff out and getting all excited. And it's a lot of fun. I'm really appreciating all the stuff that's going on now because we're really doing very well with that project. So I can't tell enough good things. So if you want to support us, do us a favor. People have been coming out to support us. Support us with $1 if you like, or even more. I'm good either way. So yes, Scott, we did see your lovely donation, and I sent you a lovely letter. So yeah, everybody come on by. It's fun. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of good work done by a lot of good people. So there you go. All right. So I guess this is it tonight. Next week, I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but of course there'll be some new stuff. Some news will be out over the weekend, I'm sure, of something, since the conventions are going on in New York City for comics. So I'm sure something will be kind of cool. Oh, Ed, while I've been off today since of the hurricane, I've gone through 11 episodes of The Flash. So I might be a little bit of an addict. A little bit of an addict? Well, yeah, a little addicted. Yeah. Just something to do to kill the time. So I'm working on that. So as always, thank you for coming by. Oh, also remember, let me put it right here. On YouTube, subscribe, the little right there, push the little button, subscribe. We need your subscriptions. I don't know if you've met 200 yet. I'm not looking anymore. I'm going to look maybe once a month and be like, look, we're over. But like, every day was killing me, just driving me crazy. Oh my God, driving me crazy. I have no idea. So as always, thank you everybody so much. Have a good weekend. If you're in Florida, Central Florida, stay safe. I mean, the hurricane has not passed you all, so I'm hoping for no serious damage and maybe just some rain and maybe some good days off for you guys because you don't want anybody getting hurt over this. All right, everybody, you have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you all later.